Hey friends. Let's see. I feel like that might be rough. Is that liquid? Close this. Can you let me know if you can hear me? I'd rather be Oh, I guess it's really better. We'll just overlook the pool right here. Just ignore that. Let's see if I can. Is that better maybe? Not really. I wish you could see what I have. I wish you could see what I have going on here. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm going to assume you can. I'm using a band today. You can use whatever you have available. Oh, perfect. Hey, Chels. Miss you, friend. Now, with your weights, with your bar, with whatever you have, nice, easy, curl up, down. I know, I guess. I don't know what to say for myself. I tried so many different rooms, and this seems like the best lighting, so we'll just go for it. I thought I could be on the patio, but I didn't want someone yelling at me. I was like, what if they yell at me to stop making noise? We'll just come here. And then the garage is looking a little dark. All right, team, 30 seconds. Abdominals nice and tight. Squeeze your glutes. Shoulders retracted. Oh, so fun to be with you guys. I know, we did, I feel like yesterday was just travel because we came in late, so that makes sense. And then today, after this, maybe some pool time, we'll see. And then right, left. I know. I wanted to surprise you guys. Was it a surprise? I was hoping that you would be. I do have sun. We haven't been out in it yet, but it's nice. We've been driving. We went. Oh, okay. But you know what, ladies? It's really nice tomorrow and Saturday, right? We do our vows tomorrow. I think at 11. 30 seconds. And then I think what we do. I think that's the only thing we have scheduled. I wonder if there's a sporting event. I'm not sure. But we got in late last night, and then today has been, we got a Thai massage this morning. Well, mid-morning. So good for you. Super painful. But that's what you get for saying deep tissue. And then just your right arm team. So your right arm is curling, your left arm is isometric. So whether I have a weight in my hand or a band, whatever you have, you're going to take that right arm and curl it up. I missed the first part of that shape. That's how you know it's real live, right? Because when you load it up ahead of time, it's pretty predictable. I hope so. It's too soon to tell, Chels. It'll probably be in my email, but I just could not relax. I was like, grip it. It was so, because with Thai massage, they're stepping on you. So the part that's been kind of a mess on my right side, when they were standing on it, I was like, holy smokes. And then switch team, left arm. So your right arm stays isometric. It's key that this one stays in a 90-degree isometric contraction as you're moving the left arm up and down, squeezing your glutes, pulling your belly button in nice and strong. But the sweet lady was amazing. Yeah. So it was the Thai massage where you're in like a I did it in May the last time we were here. They're amazing. The gals are so sweet. But yeah, it is where they're using their body weight. And then when you say, like, I knew better, I was like, okay, if I say medium pressure and it's not very deep, I'm going to be sad. So I'm going to say deep tissue, deep pressure, because that's what I like. and then rotate your cuff team. But knowing that I may be in way over my head because they're using their body weight. That's a whole different story. When you say deep tissue with body weight, it's different than just digging your hands into somebody. So, but they have bars up ahead to hang on to, so if you said light, they could reduce it. Oh, yeah, you get to say relaxing. What were the options? Relaxing, flexibility, pain reduction. And I did not check relaxing. I was like, I'm not here to relax. I'm here to fix some things. And so it was my own fault, and I knew it, and I know I'm gonna feel better. I would have been bummed out if it would have just been like a rub. Not good with those. And then side curl team, full up and down. And they were. Yeah, Vic was laughing because I just downed a bunch of water. And I said, I'm going to drink so much water on this trip because I don't have to worry about how many times I need to use the restroom. So we're going to go for broke on our hydration. We'll see how that works. Halfway team. So not sure if you can tell, but we're working endurance. It's a little bit different. Usually we do short little bursts and we go back and forth with exercises. Today we're holding steady with a few different exercises clumped together, but for a full minute. So that's exciting. 10 little seconds team. See if we're entertaining anyone out there. Not yet. All right, hold isometric lefty, right arm comes up. So this arm is moving. You have that contraction nice and strong to hold your weight or to hold your band up. I'm not sure how many have bands. So depending on what you're using, mine too. I feel like, yes. And today, like when they, you know how they show you a body and they say, what do you want us to work on? And I definitely circled the issues I've been having with my neck for my headaches. But I then was also like, all of it. But then when she would move like to the arm, like, yeah, that. Then calves, I was sweating. It's like, oh, do not stand on my calves. They do not want that. You just have to buckle down. And halfway. Oh, good thing my wrists feel good. Grateful for that. Grateful my wrists feel good. Aw, love you, please. Thanks for checking in. Always more fun when you guys check in, for sure. I mean, there was a little anxiety there. Luckily, I'm familiar, and so I knew what I knew what I was getting. I also knew that it would be great when it was all done. But not without a little discomfort while I was in it. But I think it'll be productive. I think it definitely, I'm just amazed at how strong they are. It's crazy. But they do that all day long. Oh my gosh, my wrists and my fingers would say no way. And then rainbow team front to side. Woo, biceps, hello. So as we come front to side, I am super curious if you want, since there's not very many of us on here, if you have a band or if you're using weights. I'm curious about that. Potentially, yes. Yeah, I kind of have to scroll through different things, but I think it could be for sure. Vic uses acupuncture. No matter what I do, it's really hard for me to relax, which is not shocking. And in the letting go is when you have, is when you have the most success, but that's really hard. Chelsea, are you using a band? I would love to step touch, but I don't know if everyone has one. And then to the front, team pulls. So you want your elbows to be in front of the body. Your body's going to want to do this instead. But otherwise, you're here. Do you have a band loop, Chelsea? Yeah, I know you can do things. But if you have a band loop, you could throw that around your ankles. Otherwise, oh my gosh, it's warm here. Sweating. 30 seconds. Otherwise, we can totally, yes, perfect. If you have the band loop, that'll work. If someone jumping in late doesn't have a band or a band loop, it's also great. It's just nice to have that. Resistance is a little bit different than weights. 10 seconds. Bands or the springs from a reformer or springboard has a whole different muscle contraction and to the side. So we want to increase that different muscle contraction. That changes not only our risk of injury, it makes the muscle a little bit more defined because it changes how the muscle works, what type of muscle you're working. So sometimes using the bar, sometimes using a band, sometimes using the weights. So good for the body. Athlete team. I think Vic feels stuck in the room. Hey Vic, if you need to leave, you're not on camera. I feel like we can scoot out there, right? 15 little seconds. All right, get ready. We're going to, in 10 seconds, pulls front to back. So when we do that, you want to watch that your shoulders are not coming forward. We retract and hold back, and then take the arms, pulse in forward, and take it out. I know we talked about that, and he's like, in our space, what would I do? Like stand behind you, and obviously there's no room because there's a couch. But I tried first on the deck, and then I tried second in the room, and then I tried Ben's room, and then I tried the kitchen. We could have gone, the garage would have had plenty of room. We could have gone in the dining room, but I would have had to move a bunch of furniture, so here I just had to move the ottoman. It's pretty simple, stacked some chairs. I'll tell him that if he walks out. I think he's getting some work done a little bit. 10 little seconds. All right, team. Getting ready for that step touch. So as we come into that, finish it, come on in. And then step touch, drop it low as you come left to right. Whew. Now my spacing might be a little bit different than what you have. So we're going to do a step touch, then a double, then 4. When we get to 4, I'm going to angle a little bit different so I can move this way along the couch. You make the space for what makes sense for you. If that's a semicircle, whatever spacing you have. If you don't have a band, get as low as you can, dropping your hips, lifting your heart. Halfway, see how wide you can keep the band. So you want to press out as you come laterally side to side. Try not to come too narrow on the inside of that. 15. Up ahead, friends. 5 little seconds, and we double it. I can't remember the last time we did 1 minute intervals. It's been a little while. And double 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Step out nice and wide. We were talking about getting, or maybe both, I don't know, pedicures earlier. And I'm like, well, I have to put my feet in some shoes in just a second. So that's not going to work for me. So at least we saved the toes. Right, I agree. My attention span, I like the 10-second intervals. For sure. I'm on the red. With the bands, how that works, I think the red is similar to the blue. A little bit different with those band loops. Dancing on the edge. Now 4 to the left, team. And to the right. Your abs are so strong. I feel like you can see all our luggage over there. Little day in the life. Nice and wide, nice and wide. Aww. For me too, Chelsea. I mean, I kind of had a heads up that was coming. I knew I could throw in a repeat, but I was hoping I could surprise you guys if everything worked out. My laptop is so heavy, team. And so the fact that I brought, because remember, I can only film from my laptop. It's so annoying, but they only let me film from my laptop. And so I have to carry my MacBook Pro, which is not light. It's not my, like I used to have one of those light notebooks. One more. And then we're going to stand on the right leg, nice and tall, and then press that left leg out. So find your balance. We'll see. I'm on like 4 carpets. So if I tip over, I'll just land on the couch and we're going to keep going. So as I was going, I had like my backpack with my laptop in. I kept thinking about how much I love you guys. To drag that through the airport. Well, it's because I love being together. It's nothing like it. Nothing like being together. So I was hoping it worked out. 15 little seconds. And so far, it seems, on my end, it seems like the internet's okay, but it's so hard to tell because I know sometimes on your end it's a little bit different. And to the left, other side. My last one, Chie, was a MacBook Air, but my new one is not, and it's heavy. And I could tell the difference. It's all the brains. Right, Chelsea? Yeah. It's been a while. I was thinking that the other day because I was in a lift when we aired yesterday. And so I was thinking, like, typically I can connect. Ten seconds. Oh, I love you guys. I love this team. I feel like we just keep rocking it. And then you're going to tip and pull supply. Now, if you're doing yours, Chelsea, go light with your weights here. If you're with handheld weights, you want your lighter weights for the pulse. It's different than when we do that single fly out to the side. You can go heavy there. But when we're going to pulse, it's really hard on the tendons if you go too heavy with that small, rapid movement. We're going to come from this outside to a straight back pulse. If you picture Chelsea kind of like what you would do for bar or Pilates, it's more 20 seconds. I was tempted to go down to the gym, but I didn't want us to get interrupted. We'll see. 5. Attitude on. And then pulse back, team. Straight arms, pulse back. Now when we come into that, it's so common for these shoulders to tip forward. You're retracting. Oh man, you guys, yes, I'm very sore from that massage. Thanks, Chelsea. I think all of the above are gonna make that tight. I'm just gonna drink a lot of water. Man, I was like sweating and my eyes were watering. It takes a lot, but I was being really quiet and someone was not so quiet. We can just let you decide. You can think about who was the one that was a little more stoic and who was less. Not that that's something to celebrate. I'm not always proud of that. So I'm not saying we should always muscle through it, but, and then one of each team. So you take it out, pull back. Now if I wanted to make that easier with the band, I can always take it to one leg team. For me, that gives me too much slack with my band. That's more annoying than dealing with slight discomfort of the resistance. Halfway there, team. 30. When we go to the next one, Chelsea, you can go to your heavier weights. 15 little seconds. Woo! So just like we've been working on team, we do one set of exercises and then we're done with it. If you want to loop through and do a second round for a superset, go for it. If it's one and done, that's great. Now we stick on it with that left foot and then right or left tricep. Right side stays neutral. So the body is going to want to naturally thrust these ribs open, pull the ribs in and down. Mine too, mine too. I know, I was just trying to think like, okay, what can I pack? I'm really glad I didn't pack weights, to be honest, because I don't know what I packed, but, or maybe, I don't know, but my bags, because like, I'm glad I went with something light. 15 little seconds. Now, similar to what we worked on that was this week, right? That was just Tuesday, 2 days ago. We're going to take it down in front, narrow press team. When we go unilateral, so we have, it feels like last week, but when we have one side working, check it, this wants to extend. And then when we extend that, we're not doing the weight work here that we want, we're putting it into our spine here. So you pull the ribs in and down so that your back stays neutral, and then the load stays where we want it. Ooh. And I'm lucky I do have a fan in here, so that makes me feel like we're in class. 20 second friendly combo. Never better. 8 seconds. And then it'll be one tricep, one narrow press. One more. All right, team. Combo. Take it back. In front, you're trying to keep your elbow narrow this whole time. So when you come down and back, you're increasing your pec contraction when that elbow doesn't drift. We'll get to that in just a second. Right? Agreed. I think so too. Now we're in the back seat. Halfway team. I'll never fall in love. Yes. That was hard to keep a surprise. I'm not very good. I'm not very good at keeping my mouth shut, as we know. Now, granted, if you tell me something in confidence, I don't share that. But when I have a gift to give you, and pulse your tricep. Ooh, all right. It is pretty funny. Now, if you're banded here and you want to use 2 arms, you can do 2 arms here. Same thing with the weight, hold it with 2 arms, but we will do the other side as well. So as you come into that nice and strong, now pulse in front team. Elbow so narrow. I'm amazed because there's so many people that film like in public space, like on a bridge or out and about. Granted, not typically live because then you can't really predict what's going to happen. But so when Vic asked if I was going to film in the gym, I was like, the problem with going live in the gym is if there's any confrontation, you can't just keep going. And you know how I feel about wasting time. And to the side, wide press. Woo. And so I was like, we're going to stay right here where we can control the environment and not take any breaks. But I'll check that out tonight. We'll see how busy that gets over there. The homeowners association is a little bit. They need a little of us in their life, I think. 30 little seconds. Ay. Yeah, I've tried to film in hotel gyms, and it's fun. You guys have seen them on the Loaded. But you just never know when someone's going to come up to you and say something, or like hop onto the machine next to you. You're talking to a camera. 10 little seconds. Woo! All right, team, the last thing on this side, you're going to take that elbow in and out. So when you're here, if that feels way too much, then you just close the gap right here and rotate your cuff one side. Your right obliques are having to work harder when you go one side, regardless of if it's elevated or dropped down. Trying to keep that elbow in line with your shoulders, so it's going to want to sag down. And again, it won't hurt anything for that to drop down. But as you're going through your minute, as you see that moving, you want to just realign it to where it's at the maximum tension. 20 little seconds. Then we switch, and then we're all done, team. We're so close. $15. Ladies and gentlemen, 10 seconds. In 5. All right, we come around the other side, team. Now you take that right arm and tricep. And when you set your, oh yes, I love it. When you set yourself, same thing, team. So you want to watch these ribs flare. You use your intercostals to press down. Tuck it. It doesn't, but it still brings me so much joy, Chelsea. Halfway. I got it. I don't know why I decided this week was such a band week, though, I will say. Oh my gosh, I do, Chie. Right there, truth. So much. You guys are so much a part of my life, for sure. And then take it in front, team. And obviously even Vix, because he's just like chilling in the bedroom, letting me do this because he knows how much you mean to me. So, baby. Symbiotic, I think, for sure. 30 little seconds. Then we combo team. I know, you know what? I think this is the side that's, I don't know. Jury's still out on that one today, Chelsea. There were a couple different moves during that, because during the stretch, or during the massage, they do, like I put on there, stretching, flexibility, stretching, and massage. So they're doing an assisted stretch, which is amazing. I was like, oh boy, combo friends. So you take it behind and in front. I will give myself a little more band. That's better. Does that make you feel better, Chelsea? It's just the screws in the front. It's not really, I don't know how to describe it. It's not painful. It's probably like your knee, Chelsea, where you just feel that heat in the insertion. This city. So from here, team, we pulse to the back, then we pulse to the front, then we wide press, then we elbow in and out, and then we're done. So whatever you have in your tank with that work, that muscle work, all you've got, 15 little seconds. One more team. All right, 30 seconds, pulse behind. So we break this one into a 30-30 split. Watch your abs. That elbow is narrow. It's too bad you guys couldn't be on the pool today. That would be nice. It's super hot out there, though. It would probably melt right through my band. But I feel like then you would have such a tranquil sound out there. However, and pulse in front. Also, construction and leaf blowers. Me too. Me too, Shells. It's because you're like going to the sweet spot and then you're just pulsing right where it feels the most intense. Winning 10 little seconds. I can tell you it doesn't feel better after a Thai massage. But tomorrow hopefully will. And wide, down and up. You could be here, that doesn't serve you, right here. So how you work your shoulder, especially in that lateral movement, completely individual. Tuck it. Look in your eye, 30 little seconds, I could ring your 20. And then our final is the elbow in and out. I'm so glad we got to be together today, team. Such a treat. Ring my bell. All right, friends. Now take that elbow in and out. So as you come in and out, if this doesn't serve you, then you make the band smaller for that rotator cuff your way. So whether I choose to come down low or up high, both are great. You just want to adjust the band. Oh, yes. Isn't it great, Chels, to get a day to reboot? I feel like you must be so exhausted. It's like my family yoga all day long for 4 days, which I love it, and it just takes a lot. It takes a lot to try to organize and keep everyone happy. I have huge respect for you, friend. 15 little seconds. 10. I bet. Virtual hug right here for sure, one more. Now take your band. If you have your band, grab a towel. If you have it, you can grab your band, little Chels. And then just stretch, come back, and come forward. I think that even like with the littles, it's so tough, but even with Ben's teachers, I'm like, man, life right now, even if you took all those other obstacles out of it, and you just thought coming back to school from a year plus of them not being in that environment, that alone is a lot. So major kudos to you guys, frontliners. One more team. And then from there, go ahead and set your weights or your band down, whatever you're using. Take that left arm across the body. Now, if you're going to wrap and go one more time through that, go ahead and restart from the beginning. Take it over. Lean to the right. You can stretch. Go for a walk. Throw on yesterday's cardio core, right arm across. Aw, yay, Chels. I mean, I know I'm one big shadow, but I feel like it's still, hopefully you can still take it back. Sense my love. Reach to the left. And center. Go ahead and dangle. Oh, ditto. Whatever stress you can let go of, whether that's physical, mental, emotional, release what you don't need to carry. And then slowly roll up, squeeze your bottom, pull your belly button in, roll the shoulders back and down. Big deep breath in, arms come up. And then exhale one more time, big deep breath in, arms up. and exhale. Give yourselves a big hand. Thank you so much for being here, team. I'm so glad that I got to sneak in and be here live with you from Scottsdale. Such a treasured time. I feel like, look at this is my podium. Do you see all my stairs? It's like did you guys ever watch sorry, making you sick, a little motion sick right there. Did you guys ever watch, I think, or read Caps for Sale? Isn't that the one where the man had like tons of caps on his head? I feel like I remember that from when I was a kid, but that's how my chairs look. I just keep stacking them till you guys can see my feet. But you guys are amazing. I'm so grateful for you. If you have, so tomorrow is a boxing core rerun, and then Saturday I'm super excited. Oh, thank you. I feel like when you guys are doing boxing, that's when we'll be doing vows. So I'll check in on the commute out, and then I'll probably have to opt out for the last half of that, but you understand. And then Saturday is super fun, so I'm excited for your Saturday time. So that one's back in the old new place in the garage. So I'll get to experience that with you from here, and then a rerun for Sunday stretching, and then we're good to go. And then I'll see you on Monday. Have a great rest of the day, team. Love and appreciate you.